Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I'm waiting for a few more to join us, and I'm going to start in a minute. Okay, this webinar is going to be recorded, and throughout the webinar, I wouldn't be able to hear you or see you in camera, but at the end, we can have some chat at the end if you have some questions, and you can put this on the tab that says Q&A, and we can answer your questions at the end. We are going to go through the learning that we have done this half term and last half term in reception class. First of all, we are just reminding you who we are. This is Mr. Adil, and we have Dora and Miss Ashman sitting here in the room. Hello. We are saying hello, and I'm sure all of you met Miss Ashman and Dora. Dora is doing support for the children with talking tables and stories, and also joining all the activities with us. Same thing, Miss Ashman does social stories to support the children with their social skills and behavior and emotional skills. And again, she is joining the children with all the learning areas. So that's the team in reception class. I'm sure all of you are aware of us, but it's just a quite quick reminder. Last half term, because it was the beginning of the year in reception, we our theme was all about me, and we were focusing on building the children's confidence, making them settle in the new class, also making them aware of the new environment in our class. Things were a little bit different because the room is different, people are different, but luckily they had Dora from last year, and they had her in reception. That's something that we are very happy with. So they were settling in very, very nicely. I'm very, very proud of all the achievement they have done, especially in that young age, after like 6 weeks away and a few lockdowns last year. So I'm very happy with how they were settling in. And our theme was all about me, just to make sure they express themselves, they learn about how great they are, how unique they are, how everyone is individually amazing the way they are. And we're using this language of like, I am unique, I am special, everyone is great. And that was our learning, like in every day, actually. We even use books to link to our learning about how special everyone is, like the family book, Owl Babies, Remarkable You, and My Hair. Also, by learn about ourselves, we learn about healthy eating, how to stay healthy, and luckily for us, Dora is the master of the healthy baking, so she was helping the children to know about healthy baking and how what ingredients we should have in a healthy food. We did that a few times, and the children really loved it. This half term, we are learning about people who help us, and this could be anyone who does a job to help people, or a service that helps people like nurses, doctors, bus drivers, builders, police people, post people. It could be anyone who's helping us, doing a service for us. We should appreciate them. We will learn about how do they do their job, what skills do you do, what morals as well you have in your job, like the kindness, the sharing, the helping, and also we're discussing the appreciation as well from our side. Like, we should say thank you to the bus driver. We should appreciate that someone is looking after the parks and making them safe for us to go and visit. And we're so lucky to be able to have a police visit. These two people were amazing. They came fully prepared to explain their job to the children. They even brought tools and show them how things work, and how do we help people, how do we support our community, how do we keep everyone safe, including children, parents, family members, people in the street, people at the parks. So kind of making the children aware that the help is there, and we should trust that there are some people to look after us in the community. The children were so happy with this visit, and they asked lots of questions about the police people job. During this half term, we are focusing on specific skills for this year, and we start off with our Optima Reading, which is a program for phonics that goes systematically. Starts with knowing the sounds, and then the blending, putting sounds together to make a word, and so it goes like gradually from only sounds to the children will be able to read sentences by the end of this year. So some of the starters would do, for example, one sound, but then they will do like two sounds to make one word, which is like some VC words, like at to make at, on to make on, or if, or up, and then it goes up gradually, like CVC words like cat, hut, log, and then the following steps will be more like CVCC words like cast, soft. But of course, if any child needs support, they wouldn't move on quickly before they are like really secure on where they are, like with their phonics. So we go gradually. We make the sounds. We focus on one sound at a time. We make sure they are able to hear it. And phonics can be used like throughout the day, like not only for a phonics session. Like when we do writing, we still use our phonics. When we play games with the children, I could ask them, go and find something that begins with the sound. So you just go and point at the sand. This way, it makes them feel free to find the learning everywhere, rather than just sitting and listening for us teaching. And Miss Ashman and Dora do the same with fun games as well. Like hunting for sounds. We hide them somewhere and you go and find them. Also, I spy with my little eye. Also through like one-to-one reading sessions. Every single child has like one-to-one time to do reading. So we go over these skills again. So phonics is not only like a session that we do in the morning, but it's something that we go through like in all areas. At the beginning, at the beginning of the year, to look at the writing skills, we let the children do mark making, drawing, to make sure they have this kind of fine motor skills. Also, the way they grip the pencil is important for us because that's how they're going to form letters later on. So we work on this by doing some like funky fingers exercise, like using the Play-Doh, for example, to squeeze and pat and roll, and also tweezers. Also drawing on sand or on salt, on flour. Sometimes that gets a little bit messy, but we don't do flour every day. But it's still like it's a fantastic way of the children just moving and drawing the sounds they knew, and also it's a good exercise for their fine motor skills. That's basically about the literacy in the first half term and the second half term as well. But of course, it goes gradually from just letter formation to do number formation and writing more words, and then we're going to build up soon for the next terms on punctuation, like capital letters and full stops and awareness of this punctuation, but that moves gradually, not just straight away. So we're focusing on the basic skills at the moment, which is how you grip a pencil, how you form a letter, how you make it, how you draw a shape, how do you make the waves, the movement, to be able to move on to the next step. In math, we start with the basics at the beginning of awareness of that we can count things. We need to point at things while we're counting. We are aware that that to count things, we should represent it with a number. We don't just say 1, 2, 3 up to 10 and that's it. That's just citing them. But actually, I need to look at count one thing at a time, like 1, 2, 3. I stopped at 3. This is 3. I stopped at 5. That means they are 5. Also, to be able to represent numbers, like I would ask the children sometimes, show me 5, and they show me 5. Oh, show me 2. They show me 2 in their fingers. But we do that as well with other objects. And it could be anything. It could be cubes, it could be counters, it could be a piece of papers, it could be even with actions. Sometimes we, like I do, like clap and they count. When I stop, they stop. Do you know, like when I stop pointing or I stop or something stops, this is where I should remember the last number I said. This is how many are they? Like I do 3 claps. When I stop at 3, that's it. They are 3. Same thing with counting. If the point at 3 objects and they finish, that's it, 3 objects. So we go over these skills of correspondence when you are counting, but then we move on to find out what is one more and what is one less. Also, we can compare the numbers once we are secure on how to count them. So some of the activities we do with them, showing them like a group of 2 things and a group of 5 things. So they can look, actually, this is 2, this is 5. So which one is bigger? Which group has more? They can tell. Which one has less? They can look and compare because they are aware this is bigger, this is smaller, or this is more. Then we encourage them, actually, why it is more. Then they can say, because this is 2, because they are very good at counting by doing lots of counting before. And also we focus on number recognition to make sure when they know a number, not just saying it, they say it and then actually find it and try to write it. Also, because numbers are everywhere, so it's very, very practical for them. Like when they see a bus, they can tell me it's like C10 or something. They can see like numbers on houses, streets, prices on shops. So they can use them everywhere. We always make things practical for them to link it to real life, rather than just thinking that's how we count and that's it. We always tell them you need counting to know how many things you have, for example, toys, or to know how many people are in one group, for example, instead of like all of you doing one thing. You are, for example, on the computer, we are doing only three children doing one activity. So you count, there are three, make sure they are not more. So they always use numbers, and we make sure we teach them why things are important. And that's for everything. When we teach them anything in reception, we make sure they are using it as a life skill. It's not just something that teachers are saying. It's something for you, something you're going to benefit from, something that actually you can go and practice and tell your family or your brothers and sisters about it. Role play is a massive part of our learning in early years in nursery, but then it goes up in reception as well. Role play is not just pretending like to be a doctor or pretending to fix a broken car. Role play is all about using your imagination, but at the same time as well, using the child's communication to form well-formed sentences. Also, using significant vocabularies that we use at school, but also we can step back and observe how the child is using their imagination in a creative way, rather than just saying I'm looking at the baby. Then they can improve and say improve their description and say, actually the baby is being sick, let me check their temperature. So actually now we can see that they are looking deeper at the job of a doctor, rather than just thinking like doctors are being they only check temperature and that's it. We push them for more, like, okay, what else shall we do for the baby? Oh, we give them medicine. So then this way we can see that actually they are learning more about how to look after people, and also how jobs work. Same thing with a child who's building something. For them it means something, and actually I would love for them to use their communication skills to tell me, rather than saying like I built a tower only, which is amazing still, but then they can say, oh, I have like 10 rooms in this tower, and the prince lives here, and there's a machine inside, there's a button, if you press on it, the tower I don't know, makes some flashing lights. I don't know, like they come up with brilliant ideas. It puts a smile on our face, to be honest. So we encourage them while they are playing, like role play, to use their communication skills, and we push for more like well-formed sentences, communication that is focused on the task, rather than saying a word from here and a word from there. Actually, they stay focused on this amazing model they are building, or amazing scene they are making. So yeah, we encourage them to express their ideas and share with each other, rather than just a teacher asking and then the answer. But actually we encourage them to tell their friends, to wait for each other's turn when they are talking, so they can build up on each other's idea. Like if someone says, I need the glue to stick some leaves on, for example, someone else might say, oh, shall we stick the leaves together to make a tree? So by listening to each other, the ideas can be even better and better. So they really learn from each other a lot. So sometimes we observe and we just step back a little bit to see how things are going. And of course, if they need any help, we support in a gentle way that encourages them to be independent, but at the same time, it's on the right path. Like using good language, using questions, waiting for turns, sharing ideas, being proud of what they are doing. And this is the main thing, like that helps their confidence to share ideas and being proud to tell others about your work, to tell the children, look what I have done. Even if something that you think is too simple, but it's amazing that you did it. We'll always praise them. To ensure that they are always like creative and happy with their learning. Physical development in reception and early years generally is a big part of our learning, and it's something that we always work on. That could be through the pencil grip, as I mentioned earlier, for writing, using scissors, that's for fine motor skills to be able to control things safely. Also moves and dance. This is the most fun part for them. Also doing the coordination, like doing two moves same time, looking, listening, moving, dancing, climbing, hopping, skipping. Also that helps them with following instructions, because sometimes when they are watching a song, sometimes it's easy because they can see the movement and they copy it. Which is an amazing skill as well. They are watching an adult in a dance video and they are copying them. That's amazing. But also when we do PE, we focus on the coordination, like they are listening to two instructions and they do them. With training, they do them very, very well. It's an amazing skill to do with listening attention, but same time as well, physical coordination. And physical development is not only the dance and climbing and the fine motor skills. It could be also being aware of our safety, like when we carry big things, for example, like the crates. Sometimes like the child, because they're carrying something very big, they might get hurt. Then then we work on, like, actually you need to look first before you hold something, and you need to look around when you are lifting it to make sure you're not getting hurt or no one is getting hurt. So this is something that we help them to do, is the awareness of using things safely. Being on a bike as well, you can, if you're going fast, you have to really look, otherwise you might fall down and someone can get hurt as well. So the awareness is a big part of the physical development in the reception class. And I'm very happy with the way that children they feel very proud when they achieve something. Like many times the children call me and say, look, I can climb this way, I can go on this bike. They are always very, very proud when they do something fun physically. So I'm happy with that. As I mentioned earlier, Miss Ashman is doing a fantastic job with supporting the children with their personal and social and emotional skills. This is something that all of us do in reception, make sure that children are feeling valuable. We always implement, like, kind words they can go through, like, let's say well done to your friend. We focus on being kind, for example, and being thankful. What does it mean? How to practice this? Appreciating each other's ideas, like we did with appreciating people who help us. So we work on the social skills, not just in the stories that we share, but also in actions. And we do it as a focus, like a circle time. All of us sit together, everyone has a turn. We pretend that we're having the mic, so everyone has a turn to share their idea of a focus. Like sometimes we use the focus on how to follow the class routine, for example. What is a good what is a good practice? What is harmful that we shouldn't do? What is very safe to do at school? What is kind? What is acceptable? So that children express themselves. So it feels like it's a commitment when they say, oh, it's good to sit nicely. So actually it's kind of reminding us and reminding themselves that actually I will sit nicely when people are talking to me. It's good to wait for our turn. They come up with amazing ideas. It's kind of a reminder for them as well. They say we should share. So when they go out and play, once they struggle with sharing, then we just simply remind them, oh, we agreed that we should share. So it helps the children to persevere as well, because sharing can be something hard when we don't have a bike for every single one. So we really have to share. When we introduce a new area of learning, like the hospital, for example. Everyone wanted to be a doctor and a nurse, but because we are working and sharing, then we say, actually, can we do 4 children at the time? So that includes counting, includes the skill of sharing, communication. They come and tell us like, oh, there are 5 people there. Then actually, we find a way to work out, solve problems. Sometimes they find a way to say, actually, I have finished, so you can have a turn. So they work on solving problems by themselves, which is an amazing skill to have for this age. And we always work on that to make sure they are not just saying things, they are listening, they are doing it, they are practicing it, and they come back and share it with us when they are proud of something that has happened, like, oh, I shared a toy today. So we make sure they are very proud of their emotional support to others, but also their perseverance and their good practice with the other children. I think we went through like the main things we do in our setting in reception for this half term and last half term, which is basically all autumn term. I have a favor to ask for. I know that all of you try your best with reading. I will appreciate it more and more if you continue with reading, which is an amazing thing that the children benefit from when they come home and say, sorry, when they go home and read the book with you. It's an amazing impact, because what do? They have the support from us here, but then they go home and remember this, so they apply the knowledge of phonics. And actually, it's an extra support they have from you, which is an amazing thing that we all appreciate here. So well done for reading with the children, and because it's working very well, please continue doing it. You are amazing. Do keep doing it for the joy of the children and also for their learning. Same thing with homework. I'm happy that every single child have like their homework on Friday. And they come back on like Monday, Tuesday, or even Wednesday. We're fine, like with the time the homework returns. They have done it, they looked at it, they tried their best. But what would be amazing if you let the child try, maybe you read the question for them, but and let them try to apply this knowledge. Simplify for them a little bit, it's fine, but we want it to be their work, which is something that they can do, like a lesson they have done at school. So if we give them a little bit of support, maybe just simplify it to them rather than helping them with the answer. So that would be amazing. Some of the activities we do, we put it on Twitter. So if from time to time you look at our school Twitter, you will find some of the activities we do, we put it there. And also our reception website is on the school website. So you can go to reception class and find some of our pictures there, like the children's activities. Also, I'm very proud to say that we are available every day, like Dora, Miss Ashman, and myself. If you need any help with your child's learning or any inquiry, we are very happy to help, either in the morning, the afternoon. If you drop me an email as well. I think all of you should have received my email when I send the half-term reports, which you are going to receive some more reports this half-term as well soon. So you can drop me a question, or in the morning you can talk to us, or in the afternoon we can help with that. We find it like very, very positive that the parents come and talk to us about the children's learning. It's kind of working together, because learning can happen everywhere, like not just only school, home, through chat with parents, through also chat with a family member or friend. So yeah, we're happy to help any time. And I'm very thankful with how the children are settled. They use their fantastic learning. They go home and tell their parents. Parents come and tell us about their learning, about their achievements, the children's achievements. I'm very, very proud with all this positivity. I have like this half term and previous half term as well. Exciting time. Next week on the 7th, we will have our Christmas concert. I think by now everyone should have a reminder about the Christmas concert, which is will start at 2:30. So all the parents are invited. You can come and watch our lovely children singing on the 7th. Also, the nativity for early years and Stage 1, it will happen on the 13th of December. You are invited again at 2:30. So please come and watch our lovely children doing fantastic learning, the fantastic singing, fantastic acting. Let's see. At the end, if you have any question, please drop it on the Q&A, and I'll try my best to answer as many questions as I can. So if there is like a chat button, and also there is a Q&A button. If you have any question, please do. I will answer them. If not, that's fine. You can ask me in the morning or in the afternoon when you pick up the child. So thank you for coming. It was a pleasure talking to you. And as I said, like, we're available all the time. If you need any question, like to ask any question, if you need any help, anything to share with us, we're very happy to chat to you. Thank you. I hope you all have a lovely evening. Thank you for coming today. Bye.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, there's a question. There's a question.
Sorry?
There's a chat question.
Oh, you are welcome. Thank you. Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you. Bye. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you. You too. Have a lovely evening.